Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I sound a little raspy. I think it'll get better, but I literally just woke up, pulled my hair back, washed my face, and I'm up here to do my AM skincare routine. So I did post my PM routine about a week ago, so I will put that in a card so you can go check that out if you haven't seen it already. That is a little more complex than my AM routine. Obviously, this doesn't take as long as the video is going to be because I'm not talking through it when I actually do it. In fact, this takes roughly like 6 minutes maybe for me to do every morning. So it's not super elaborate or complex, but I personally can't go without any of these steps. So I wanted to kind of walk you through what I do, why I do it, tell you the products I love, show you my completed AM skincare routine. So if you are interested to see what I do every morning to get my skin ready for makeup or just to get my skin ready for the day, and just keep on watching. So the very first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is wash my hands. I don't touch my face, even if I'll be touching it with soap to wash it, without washing my hands first. So I wash my hands and then I wash my face. The one that I've been using lately is the Juice Beauty Blemish Clearing Cleanser. No, I don't have blemishes. I don't have acne prone skin, but this came free in a, or not free, but it was included in one of my Derm Store Beauty Fix subscription boxes. So I thought, I'm not gonna let it go to waste. I'll use it. And so obviously I am almost done with it. I actually really like Juice Beauty, the stuff that I've tried so far. So that's what I'm cleansing my face with now. So I have already done that because obviously I don't have water here, but I will go on to the next step. And I'm going to take you through every step, even the stuff that talks about shaving my face. I know I have not been shy about the fact that I shave my face. I've talked about it a lot. Typically, I don't do this every morning, but I haven't done it in a couple days, so I thought I would at least show you what I do. And I may not even need it, but I take whatever shaver contraption I'm using. Right now, it's the Philips Norelco One Blade. Honestly, I have like 5 different ones down in my bathroom, so this is just the one that I picked up. And I inspect my face, see if there's any areas that might need a little touch up. In my lip, and then I'd feel it because I can feel better than I can see sometimes, unless it's direct sunlight. Lordy, I can see everything in direct sunlight. Right over here some. And I do this before any other skincare because skincare sinks in better on a hairless face pretty much, and makeup sits better on it too. Okay, so I didn't need a ton, just touch up. Now I'm going to go in with my Tarte Knockout Tingling Treatment. There are some people that will say you don't need to use acids in the morning because of sun exposure. I'm very diligent about my sun care, and I'm not completely out in the sun all day. Now, when I go to the beach, I'm probably not going to take this because I will be out in the sun all day, so I'm not going to do anything that's going to up that risk. So, I'll just take a few days off of this. It's not a big deal, but on a daily basis, I do use this. This is a 10% acid complex, and it has, I believe, it's on the box, but I believe it's glycolic and lactic acid. And so I just take it on a Shiseido cotton pad, rub it all over my face, as well as my neck. So this also helps like get any excess dirt that maybe you didn't clean off that you've acquired throughout the night, while also exfoliating with those acids. I prefer a chemical exfoliator to a physical. I just feel like it's less harsh on my less harsh on my skin. It's not to say I don't use physicals, I do, but really I only do those like once a week. So I really like this Tarte treatment. It is tingly, as it implies. It is a vinegar base. Always check your ingredients and see if there's something that you might be kind of sensitive to. But if you like, my fan is on because it's hot outside, so I've got hair all in my face. If you like acids and you like chemical exfoliants, I think you'll really like this. Plus the price is right. It's a pretty large bottle, and I think it's like $39. Okay, now is when I start going into my serums. Now, the common rule for serums is whatever you want the most effect from, you're gonna put on first. Also going from like thinnest to heaviest. But if your serums are about the same consistency, you're gonna wanna put whatever you want the most effect from on first. I want the most effect from of vitamin C in the morning, and so that's the first serum that I apply. I use the Truth Treatments Truth Serum. I've talked about this a lot. I have done a whole video on this. Again, I will put it in a card if you want to see that, but this line has completely overtaken and redone my skin for the better. This serum is tetrahexadecyl absorbic acid. I can't say it. It's not L-absorbic acid, which is a lot of the common vitamin C's that you find in serums, and it's 80% of that vitamin C, so it's amazing. So it's like in my PM skincare, when I apply serums to a moisturized face, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm actually going to use 2 mists. I'm going to use my Josh Rosebrook Hydrating Accelerator, just like I did in my PM. And I'm also going to use the Truth Treatment System's Biometric Priming Mist. Now, you could put this mist directly on your face and then go in with the serum. I prefer to mix it with the serum in my hand. I find that it works better that way for me, and I find that it sinks in better for me that way. So even though I'm putting this in my hands and mixing it with the serum, I still want to have a damp face. So I'm going to spray with this first. I'm going to take the, I can't stay in focus, y'all. I've got to fix this camera. I'm going to take the priming mist and spray 2 sprays in the palm of my hand. And then I'm going to take the serum and put 2 drops into my hand. You do not need more than that. And mix it up real good in my hand. And I'm going to really work it in my face. I think a lot of people's issues with this serum is that they're using too much. It is so concentrated. I'm going to take it down on my neck too. With that vitamin C. 80% of it is the vitamin C. You don't need any more than 2 drops. Now, some people will use it twice a day. This serum is super expensive. In my opinion, it's worth it because of what it's done for my skin. But I'm not going to use 4 drops a day. I'm only going to use 2. So I'll only use it during the day. So I'm a little extra with my eye creams in the morning. After I do my vitamin C, I like to start with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Line Serum. This is probably my 3rd one that I've gone through. I don't use this on my face, but I really like it under my eyes. So I use about half a pump, and I'll just pat that on under my eyes and let it sink in as kind of like a primer for my eye cream when I get to that step. Now, the only other serum that I use is a hyaluronic acid serum. I do like to mix it with another serum because I'm high maintenance and I like the combination, but it's not necessary. But I do think a hyaluronic acid serum is. You just don't have to mix these. So the ones that I'm using right now is the SkinCeuticals HA Intensifier. This is my 2nd bottle I've gone through. I like this because it's moisturizing, but it also sinks in and it's not heavy. I used the Skin Medica HA5 for a long time and I liked it, but it was very dimethicone based. So it started to get a little bit heavy with some of my other products, and I believe it was starting to clog some of my pores. So I decided to go another route, and so far I'm really happy with the SkinCeuticals. And I'm going to mix that with the Leilani Aloha Ambrosia Morning Moisture Elixir. This is basically a blend of lots of organic natural oils. You can see how much I've used. So what I do is spray my face again. I know, but it makes a difference. It really does. I take a dropper full of the hyaluronic acid serum, and the pump is a little messed up on this, but I take what would be about a pump's worth of that, mix it up in my hands, and apply it to my face and neck. Again, I'm not like, let's pat it in. I really work the products in. If I'm spending this much money on my skincare, I want it to be in my skin, not on top of my skin. Okay, now we're going to use an actual eye cream over that IT Cosmetics, and I'm using lately the Drunk Elephant C Tango Multivitamin Eye Cream. I like it. I haven't been using it that long to see a huge amount of results, but I also don't have a huge amount to correct under my eyes. So I do like it under makeup though, because I feel like the consistency is just right. It sinks in real fast, so it doesn't disturb any concealer. And I do feel like when my allergies aren't in full swing, my dark circles have been a little bit brighter. I don't necessarily think that any topical treatments are going to actually take away darkness, but I think it can kind of fake the brightness, if that makes sense. And maybe that's what it's doing. I don't really care as long as they don't look as dark as normal. Of course, allergies are in full swing right now for me, so they're pretty dark. Okay, now we're going to moisturize, and the one that I've talked about a lot and that I love is the Beautycounter Counter Match Adaptive Moisture Lotion. This is not a heavy moisturizer, which is not what that's what I look for under makeup. I don't want anything too heavy. I don't think this is going to be heavy enough for people unless you are super oily as a nighttime moisturizer, but under makeup, to me, I've yet to find anything that works better. I absolutely love it. I take 2 pumps of that, which is about that much product. And work it in. All right, the only thing we have left is sunscreen. So y'all know, if you have watched probably any one of my videos, because I feel like I talk about it in some form or fashion in almost every other video, that my favorite sunscreen is the Ulta MD UV Elements Broad Spectrum 44. You can see I'm almost out of this one. I already have a backup. I always have a backup of that. But recently I have gotten the Ebates Daily Shield Lotion Tinted SPF 50. I had a sample of this from Premier Look that they sent in one of my packages, and I absolutely loved it. And so on their Mother's Day sale, where everything was 25% off, I snagged it up, and it comes in this nice chunky packaging, and really one pump gives you a very good amount of product. You can see it is tinted, but you'll be able to see what it looks like on the skin. And I am going to take that down on my neck because that amount of product was enough. Hair. Whatever I have left on my hands, I will kind of pat under my eyes over that eye cream. Because if I'm not using the Color Science treatment, I still want a little bit, at least as much as I can, protection under my eyes. Inevitably, you will have some left on the back of your hands, so I just rub it in like a hand cream, because SPF never hurt anybody's hands. Your hands and your neck are the first parts of your body to show age, so you definitely don't need to forget them. So a lot of people have asked, how long do I wait after I put my moisturizer on to put my sunscreen? So you could see I don't wait any time. I put it directly on top of my moisturizer, which is another reason I love this moisturizer so much, because no matter what SPF I use, because I do have a few that I kind of rotate through, and I'm thinking about doing my favorite SPF video. The SPFs blend perfectly over this, where sometimes I'll use a moisturizer where the SPFs will pill a little bit. I've never had an issue with any of my sunscreens with that moisturizer. So I put it on directly on top of the moisturizer, and then a lot of people will ask how long I wait to do my makeup after I apply my SPF. So that all depends on my day. If I'm working that day and I'm getting up early to get ready, I really don't have time to wait a long time to put my makeup on. So I will at least make sure that I do my eyes first to give it 10 to 15 minutes at the very minimum to sink into my skin, so that A, I know that it's going to have the best effect, and that B, my makeup or my foundation that I apply over it is not going to compromise any of the actual SPF on my face. If I do have time, the longer the better, in my opinion. I like to give it, typically I'll do my skincare right when I get up, eat breakfast, get my girls ready. Of course, it's summer now, so eat breakfast, let them sleep, and then I will come up if I'm wearing makeup that day, which in the summer, a lot of times I won't put makeup on until the afternoon if I'm going somewhere, because typically if we're home, we're at the pool all day, and I do not wear makeup to the pool. But I like to wait like an hour on those kind of days, if not more. Sometimes it's more depending on what I've got to do. The longer the better is my point. So that is my AM skincare routine. Let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully this helped you, because I know I've gotten a lot of questions about my steps and the products that I use, and this is consistently been the products that I've used for at least probably 3 months, at least, if not longer. Some of them are like lifetime favorites. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.